Welcome to the HR Onboarding Application Demo. HR teams manage ad hoc processes outside their systems of record, gathering data, performing reviews, sending offers, and looping around to do rework, unfortunately, before finally obtaining the goal to onboard an employee. Additionally, HR specialists use multiple disparate systems to complete their work and can easily lose track of the process. It's time for an easy-to-use, low-code build environment where HR can create dynamic, unified business applications that connect to existing systems and deliver value quickly. Reviewing the demo launch page, we see a text summary describing the demo, along with a discovery map and diagram for our reference. Okay, let's launch the demo. Welcome to the Studio low-code build environment. As an application assembler, you can use Studio to create applications and connect to business automations. Before we build out our application, let's find and connect to some existing workflow and decision services that we want to use. Studio can connect to external automation services you already have today and unify them in a single application user experience with a low-code application designer. After we connect to the Business Automation Workflow HR environment, Studio prompts us to select the application and operations to automatically import. We'll select Send Offer Letter and calculate salary range. The Studio imports and automatically publishes a service, and we can confirm the operations and relevant inputs and outputs. Now we are ready to create our application. Studio includes multiple templates to start from. Let's preview and try out the onboarding application template. The app pulls in our sample requisition and candidate data and provides an easy-to-use search and filter on the left. After selecting a candidate, we see their details and status. Let's mark Alicia as prepare to onboard, and then change some document status values. This template looks good. Let's use it to create our own application. We start in the low-code application designer, and it's time to import our automation services from before so we can add them to the app. It's as simple as drag and drop. Let's add a button for Send Offer Letter at the upper right. We select the operation, map the data since it already exists in our app from the template, and my button is automatically added. Don't like gray buttons? Neither do I. Let's change it to yellow. Then we'll rename it and add an icon and maybe make it a little bigger or smaller. All with no code. We just integrated to an existing external workflow from inside our app. We also need to add that calculation service that uses business rules to decide a recommended salary range. Let's drag it just below the right header and map the data in very much the same way as the other service. This service returns an output, so we let Application Designer create a new variable to hold it and add it to the page automatically. So simple. With multiple elements on the screen, let's do some simple layout by adding a panel and then dragging the fields into it. We can also do advanced formatting, such as setting the field to a currency type for the symbols and decimal values, or moving to advanced mode to set a read-only status and much more. After doing the same to the second field and formatting the button, we are ready to preview our app. Now in the running app, after selecting one of the candidates, we immediately see our edits live. First, let's calculate the salary range and see the values that the decision service brings back based on the candidate data. Now before we launch the Send Offer Letter process, let's bring up the current work list. On the right, we see one task from an older process in the list. Now when we click to send a new offer letter, another task appears on the right for the assignee to complete. For testing, we can even open that task and see the application passed along the required data. Looks good to me. After deploying to the production runtime called Navigator, we can see the app appear on our home screen. Run it, and use it as before during the preview, but now in a unified Navigator environment with multiple applications and tabs, all in one experience and interface. We just used the low-code Studio environment and its application designer to create a dynamic business application from a pre-built template to accelerate time to value. Then we connected to external automation services, including existing workflows and decision services to help automate the onboarding process. It's time to remove frustration and slow business results and replace them with productive and happy employees and customers. Check out more demos like this one and learn more about Cloud Pak for Business Automation at the link in the description below.